Hello everybody and welcome back to One Hub. We're about to go sprinting in Azerbaijan and we are only moments away from getting underway, as of course it's a sprint race. With the format this season, we go straight into this sprint. There is no qualifying, so we're going to get the race coming up very quickly. So we've got a lot to go through. First of all, we will take you through the calendar, and of course we've done the majority of these rounds. We're at Azerbaijan round number 10. We'll head to Canada next week, and then we'll end the season with another sprint race at Yaz Marina. So we've got a very exciting last few races left. Azerbaijan's going to be really chaotic, I am sure, so cannot wait to see how it all plays out. And we'll now look at the grid for tonight. So we're going to have Cam Rules on pole position. You're going to have Waze alongside him in the Williams. It's going to be really exciting to see how this does go for all of these drivers. Of course, some of them may not be there, so we might be assuming some are here, but this graphic was created earlier on, so some drivers, if they haven't turned up, then they'll still be on there and we may not see them out on circuit, but we'll have to find that out when we do get underway. We have Key in third, Funky in fourth, Alibi, and then Quinn in sixth, Jordan in 7th, then we have Lawrence in 8th, Justin in 9th, Waitsy in P10, and then outside the top 10 you have Cam K-Mom, then Lukey, Redmap, Tristan, Miami, Bera, Ramit, Specialist, and Axelok. So a few of the drivers near the bottom, other than Axelok and Specialist, do have engine penalties. Of course, all of the drivers having to take it. So it does mean that some of the drivers are allowed to take it. A few aren't if you are at the front of the championship, but if you are at the back, this is a perfect race to do so, because you get to recover in the sprint race to try and improve your position, and then you can and then if you're able to improve, let's say, to around 10th, then you can start the Grand Prix from 10th and work up from there. And it's of course much more better than some of the other races where you basically start at the back in the feature race and you have to do it all in the main feature race. So that is definitely great to see indeed, and we're going to be getting plenty of racing action coming our way. And it's about to turn 7 now in the UK, and we'll get underway soon. But it does seem like we have, unfortunately, low attendance once more. So unfortunately we might be a bit low on drivers once again, but I'm sure we're going to have plenty of action. Right now on screen is the driver standings. I'm not able to actually read them right now, so I'll just leave them on screen for you to quickly have a glance over. And as you can see, close within the top 2, but we do not have Red Map racing with us today, so no Red Map. So it's an opportunity for Axelok, who does start, of course, right at the back, but there's an opportunity for him to try and make his way up through the field. It'll be a bit more higher up, of course, for Axelok, with some of the other drivers not here, so it'll be interesting to see how he gets on. Lukey will be interesting to see how he gets on as well, currently sitting in P3. So I think we're going to be in for a very exciting sprint and of course feature race, but we'll have to discuss that when we get to that. And then of course you can now see you have Thomas right at the back, and there's a few more drivers just looking to try and get some points on the board right now. That's the second page of the driver standings right now in your picture. We'll quickly now run you through the constructors. You can see Haas at the front, Ferrari in second, Red Bull in third. So the constructors looking all very good as well. So we'll keep an eye on all of that and see who is doing well. But Ferrari definitely has been a great team so far this season. Haas has been doing also incredibly well, and it does reflect on the overall standings with Haas and Ferrari 1 and 2. Now we're going to quickly run you through our amazing sponsors. Of course, you have got NLR, you've got Asetec, and then you've got Pure Sim Gear. We also got the Mystery Sim Box, and then you've got Vespertine. You've also got ERT and SimGrid as well. Of course, at SimGrid, you would have just seen their standings. That's we do it all on the website. SimGrid basically just helps us run everything as well. So big thank you to all of these amazing sponsors as we take a look at it once more. So it's going to be really exciting to see. We of course are going to also have an end of an all-star race, as we do every single season. So that will of course be from Cam's rankings, so it will be exciting to see who is going to be getting who's going to be involved in that race. It's always good to see from every single tier all of the drivers coming together, and some of the drivers who've been the best this season all getting to go out there, enjoy a race, and it's great to see how many P2 drivers we do usually get in there. So I'm sure we'll get plenty from this season. Now, I am aware that there are drills going on all over the place. Wrong timing. It is stop and start, really. So I'm hoping that it won't affect us too much and you can hear me properly. But of course, we'll just leave you right now with the starting grid, just so you can learn where everyone is going to be starting, because we do just go straight into it. We just go straight into it. There is no waiting around. We'll look in the pit lane, then we'll be looking to the lights, and the 9-lap sprint race will be underway. And then we'll also be getting, after that, the 26-lap feature race underway, as my mic is having a little bit of a nightmare, which is not what we want. So I'll quickly get that sorted. But I think we're going to be in for a chaotic one. Now, safety cars are going to be a big possibility. I think safety cars, definitely a big chance of us getting a lot of safety cars, as it's Baku. We could be seeing some drivers find the barrier possibly, so they're all going to have to be all careful of that. Chaos could happen with drivers looking for moves, especially in the sprint, trying to upgrade their position, so we can easily see contact there. And then in the feature race, if we see contact in the sprint, they start at the back in the feature, then that could mean that they're also trying to make up some overtakes. So chaos, definitely a possibility. And you have a few seconds to quickly check who is right now in the lobby, because they'll be the ones in the race. I think this is going to be really exciting, as we'll go straight into the sprint race and we'll get our penultimate sprint of the season underway. And I think it's going to be a chaotic start to this race. So just looking through the grid right now, just trying to see if Cam Rules is there. Doesn't seem like we have Cam Rules over there right now in the lobby. So that will be Waze then, who will be taking over P1. And I'm sure there will be a few other changes in the field as well, but those are the ones that we can right now see. And of course, we always have to see if our pole sitter is here, but it seems like Cam Rules is not here right now, so it will be Waze who will be leading us away. This is going to be really exciting. We'll look down in the pit lane. No weather interruptions. We had quite a lot of that earlier on in the season, so we're not going to be getting any of that here. As of course, with the weather system for this season, a lot of the rain has already been used throughout, so all of the drivers get to experience all sorts of different conditions, and I'm sure many of them are happy that we don't have any rain here in Azerbaijan, or that would cause another level of chaos, I am sure. And I don't know how it would be, how many would even finish if that was to be the case. And we're already going to have plenty of chaos, I am sure, in the dry. So this is going to be exciting. We're still looking in the pit lane, and we'll go to the 5 red lights, and on the opening lap we'll see what the drivers are doing with their strategy as well. Is it going to be one way? Sometimes we can see maybe a few different other tyres being used by some of the drivers who are feeling brave and really think they don't have the pace, so they may try something else. But let's hope they all make it through the opening lap, and let's hope we don't get a virtual safety car or a full safety car on that opening tour, because we want to get some racing underway. That is for sure. So we currently are going to be looking to the 5 lights, and then I think we're going to be in for a chaotic start. Is Ray's going to be able to stay at the front of the field, and the drivers at the back? Keep an eye on the drivers at the back, of course. Keep an eye on drivers like Axelok, Lukey, all of those drivers trying to make their way through. Of course, you also have drivers with engine penalties, so they're all going to be trying to recover, trying to make their way through the field. And this is what we love about the sprint races here as well. This season, of course, we have a reverse grid, so it's kind of like F2 style, F3 style, of course, but we reverse the whole grid with a few exceptions of drivers with engine penalties right at the back. But it does allow, of course, the drivers who aren't usually at the front to be able to fight at the front of the field, who may not have the pace always to be out there battling for the lead. This allows them to do so. And then, of course, if you are a bit more faster compared to the rest of the field, you need to make overtakes. It's not really easy throughout. You have to work your way through in the sprint, then in the feature. So it's always exciting to see how the drivers do get on, and then also this could be one of the chaotic races in the championship for certain drivers. You're having to pass everyone. One of the championship contenders can easily get caught up in some of the chaos, so it can very easily all go wrong in the championship, especially in this sprint race. And they have 2 to contend with in the last 3 rounds. Do remember that. We have 1 here in Azerbaijan, then we have 1 in Abu Dhabi. So they do have a few to contend with. Here we go though. We're about to go sprinting in Baku. And the sprint is on in Baku with a good reaction time from Waze. Funky's going to try and come up on the inside line and he'll try and take the lead. That'll be wide for Waze and he'll open the door. Better traction for Funky. Lawrence is having a look as well to try and make a move. Axelok is right at the back of the field. He's had some contact, I believe. Waze holds the lead. That was great stuff by Waze. He was under all sorts of pressure, but he was able to hold the lead. He'll have to provide more of that though now as we go towards turn number 3. Funky is in the wheel tracks. He'll try and look for a move. He's going to sit in the wheel tracks. That's going to be Lukey trying to find a way through on Justin. Is he going to be able to make the move? No, Justin's going to be late on the brakes. He will stay ahead. You have Ramit battling away with Tristan there as well, who's going to be looking to try and get back past. Ramit is in 10th. Then you have Bera in 12th as well. Axelok in 13th after a bit of contact at the start. Specialist though seems like he's the biggest loser. He's gone right to the back of the field and he's got 3 seconds to the next car ahead. So it's been chaos for him at the start. He's been involved in some form of contact. We are looking though at the leaders. Will quickly get everything up for you as well. So everyone is on the medium compound of tires. So we have all the drivers on the medium compound of tires. Everything is equal on that as well. So they're all going to be just sprinting away from start to finish. And they're all going to be trying to make some moves. We look further back. That's Axelok. That's Bera. And they've just switched position. Justin is getting very close to the back of Waitsy, so he is not waiting around. He wants to get on with it. He wants to make an overtake. And we're about to have the long straight coming up. And under a bit of pressure. Jordan's going to be under a lot of pressure. It's 8 tenths ahead. He's going to have Waitsy and Justin giving chase. This could get really close though for the lead, because you have Funky in the slipstream and he'll be pulling alongside. Lawrence will be getting a good slipstream as well. So Funky now will tuck back in. He'll try and get the toe. Waits, he's going to try and get past Jordan in the background. You have that battle going on as we see Funky look to the outside. So he won't be able to make the move. The action's further back. That's delayed on the brakes. And then some by Lukey, who is battling with the 2 Mercedes. It's Ferrari versus Mercedes as we have a change for the lead. And Funky dives to the inside. And look at the traction that Lawrence has got. Off the corner. He's got past Funky. He's now going to try and go for the lead. He'll be squeezed all the way to the wall. And Waze is just going to stay ahead. He wants to defend the inside. He got there. But that was so close to contact between the two of them, and they're still all fighting their way through. It is one of those chaotic sprint races here as Cam Kimom is looking for a way through on Jordan. Is he going to have the traction off the corner? He's going to have to sit behind there. Miami looking for a move on Ramit. He won't be able to go around the outside though, so he'll have to sit behind, go back into the wheel tracks. Look how close it still is for the lead. It's single file stuff through here, but they're following each other nose to tail to nose to tail, and that goes all the way throughout the field. And Ramit is not listening. It may not. Oh, that's gonna be so tight in the background. Were they able to get through? Just about. Miami and Ramit, those two not listening at all. It's single file stuff to that part of the lap, but they aren't waiting around. They want to battle and they want to make some overtakes. And watch Justin. He's also now still very close to Waitsy. So once again, it's going to be exactly like last lap. Fourth is going to have a gap to third. So we'll be seeing a mega battle between Mercedes and Ferrari once more. And we're going to be seeing a mega battle for the lead. So we'll have 3 cars making their way through the sweepers. And that is Waze all over the road. And now let's see. Is anyone going to look for the move into turn number 1? It's going to be further back, where we're going to be getting the first moves coming in. So that will be Justin moving past Waitsy, who will go back into the slipstream. Funky's going to have a go for second position. Can he go all the way around the outside at turn number 1? Is he going to make the corner? Just about. So he was just about able to make the corner. That's now allowed Justin to get a bit close. That is Lukey trying to get past his teammate. So Waitsy is going to stay ahead there. There's a gap now. A gap has formed between 8th and 7th. So that means that Ramit has got the DRS. The car ahead, Cam Kimom, has not. And that is going to mean that there's going to be a pass coming in for 8th position. And Ramit will be late on the brakes. Cam Kimom is going to keep his foot in. But Ramit is going to get there first. He'll get to 8th. And still looking further back. Axelok trying to make a move. Trying to dart all over the road. And find his way through as well. But it has been a really chaotic start to proceedings here in Azerbaijan, as we expected. A mixed up field. This is for the lead of the race. That is Waze trying to go round the outside of Lawrence. And how are they able to make their way through there? That is absolutely incredible stuff. Lawrence is the leader. Waze is in second. Funky in third. And every single lap, we make our way through this part of the lap. They're all so close together, but we've got to change off the race lead. But with a long straight, it means that you sometimes aren't able to hold it for too long. And let's see, can Waze stick with Lawrence? He's using ERS, so Lawrence is going to now try and pull away with Waze struggling. You can see he was fighting the car on the exit. And we're about to make our way on the straight once again with Waze losing time. So that could give Funky the opportunity. Funky knows he's got to try find his way through. They're losing touch to Lawrence. He's got a second gap. So keep an eye on Funky, keep an eye on Justin. You could be getting a few moves happening down this straight. Still the two Ferraris are close together, so I wouldn't be surprised if they maybe have a swap on the straight. But it's going to be Funky who is going to get past Waze. He's going to move up to second position. Keep an eye on Justin as well. He's got DRS. He's going to go to the inside. Funky's been able to use the DRS to get 3/10 onto the back of Lawrence. So that's very good for him as Justin does fight his way past. He moves up to third. Waze is down to fourth position. And Waitsy's now looking for his opportunity. Overtaking though. Still further back. That's Miami. Past Tristan. Specialist is going to be waiting as well to try get through. Barras may have got front wing damage because he's got a 24-second gap. So it seems like he had to pit due to some front wing damage. The Specialist now onto the back of all of these drivers after of course having some issues on the opening lap of the race. And Justin super close to Funky. Lawrence still doesn't matter who's behind, he's still trying to pull away. He's got a 1-second gap and the battle is for second position. This is absolutely an incredible race so far. And they're all in the wheel tracks. They're all so close together. We have been treated to some fantastic action so far. Still the Ferraris are in the same order. So it's Waitsy still ahead of Lukey. So they're looking okay. And once again now, Justin has got to try and get past Funky. Use the overspeed to try get inside the second of Lawrence. So that's what they're going to have to do. So Waze has dropped down to fourth, and he may be coming under a bit of pressure by the Ferraris. So keep an eye on the two Scarlet Ferraris in fifth and sixth. Could be about to turn that to fourth and fifth in the race. Not the best exit for Waze. So that is going to leave him under pressure. Funky's lost even more time. Justin's going to absolutely roar through. Waze will have the DRS. Waitsy though will have a mega toe down the straight, just like we see for Justin, who gets past Funky. And now Waitsy is having a look for the move. But Waze with a bit of ERS usage is going to be able to stay ahead. But what about the Mercedes of Jordan? Ramit had a look. He thought better of it. Cam Kimum also trying to get past Axelok. And they're all trying to close in right now. As we have Lawrence with an under 1 second gap now. So Justin trying to close that in. Still, it's game on at the front of the field. And you have passing everywhere you look. So that was great stuff by Waze. Just staying ahead. But if we look at the steering wheel, we can see the ERS is very low. So that tells us that he's had to use quite a lot to stay ahead of the Ferrari drivers there. So they still push on. And oh, Lukey's got some good traction of the corner. He's stuck behind his teammate though. So will team orders come into play for the Ferraris? We thought we mentioned it earlier on. But they're running at a good pace. So they don't even need to. That's going to be wide for Waze. And almost into the wall. The drivers were asked at the start of this one in the pre-race interviews, that is anyone going to do a Charles Leclerc? Waze was close to doing so. And as a result, he's lost so much time. Funky has lost time to Justin. Lukey's on the back of his teammate. Is he going to throw a nose in there? Oh, that is so close. And now it's really getting tight between all of these drivers. I'm surprised that we still have 14 runners in this one. With all of the chaos that we've had on the straight once again, we're going to be getting a move. And look how close Waitsy is. He's losing time due to how close he is. But he's going to now be the one gaining. So will Lukey. So two Ferraris trying to make a double pass here. Lukey's going to get the slipstream off Waze. Waitsy is going to try get through. Is Lukey going to pull to the inside? He'll go to the outside. And we're going to go 3 wide down the straight here in Baku. And Waze is going to stay ahead. Contact. And Lukey is off the road. Lukey has gone off the road. He's damaged his front wing. And he was trying to make a move. And they went 3 wide. He had to back out of that one. And then he was into the back of Waze. And his teammate's been able to get through though. He's been able to get past Waze. But contact is made. That was always going to happen with how tight they were all running. Look at Justin. Look at Justin. He's now right on the back of Lawrence. This is absolutely fantastic stuff. And Jordan is right now gonna be the next one to attack Waze. So let's see if he's going to be able to fight his way through. But this has been absolutely fantastic stuff. And P1 of course will go on later on. And that's where Michael Edwards is going to be commentating today. So make sure you go show him some love as well have boat streams up when it starts at 8 o'clock. And people will have their sprint underway. Unfortunately, no Jess today. So that does mean, as Waze is all over the road, that Mike is going to be there. Tristan is out of the race. Tristan is out of the race. The safety car is as well. And Tristan becomes the first car to find the barrier and rip off his tyre. And I'm going to see if we're going to be... No, I think he's disappeared off the map. So we're not even going to be able to see what he managed to do, dear Tristan. So he's going to have to start at the back of the race in the feature coming up. So we're going to neutralize things, and this could be really, really chaotic now. This could get really chaotic if the drivers decide to pit for softs. Who decides to gamble? And who decides to go for track position is the question. Lawrence is in the lead, and is he diving it in? He is diving it in. So Lawrence is going to dive it into the pit lane, but he's into the wall. He's into the wall. Lawrence dives it into the pit lane, but hits the barrier, and I'm surprised that he still has 4 wheels attached to that car. And he's damaged his front wing though. He has damaged his front wing, so he's going to lose a little bit of extra time, but he's going to dive it into the pit lane. So Justin, Funky, Waitsy, Waze, Jordan, Ramit and Cam Mom all electing to stay out there and maintain track position. Lawrence, even due to the front wing change, was still able to stay ahead of all of the other drivers who dived it into the pit lane. That's because he was the leader, and all of the other cars up here were further down, who had nothing to lose. So this is going to be an incredible end to this one, and surely the safety car will be in at the end of this lap, because we need at least 2 laps. The game likes to do, unless it likes to bug. I've only commentated on 1, or maybe 2, which has gone to a 1-lap shootout. So here we are then. This is going to be a fascinating race, but still, all of these drivers just about needing to close in. And we'll see if anyone has said anything in the drivers chat. Seems like they're all just focused right now. But this could be absolute chaos. It was already a chaotic race, but when you put the soft tyres on and half of the field decides to stay out on the mediums, you always know what's coming. It is always what the drivers do. Expect there's Justin at the front of the field, and he will be leading us on this safety car restart with Funky, Waitsy in behind. But the main drivers to keep an eye on is going to be Lawrence and everyone behind him, because they've all got the red wall, soft tyres attached. It is going to be a 2-lap sprint. No DRS in this one. It is going to be a race to the finish. It's going to be a sprint to the end. Let's see who wins this amazing grandstand finish. Half the field on mediums, half the field on softs. Justin the leader. And let's see, when does the Mercedes driver go back and take us back to green flag racing? And can Lawrence on the softs try and make some moves? Or will he be coming under a bit of pressure by Axelok, who's also on the softs? Here we go then. How quickly can the soft drivers pass and make their way near the front of the field? Justin taking this very late. It's a long straight. He doesn't want to give and dish out the slipstream, but he has decided to go on. He's decided to go, and Waze is now going to have an opportunity to try get past Waitsy. Lawrence is going to try and look for a move. So Waze out of the slipstream to the inside of Waitsy. That's going to be really close to the wall, and that was even closer for Jordan, who's been passed by Lawrence on the soft common tires, who's diving to the inside. He's trying to make his way past Waitsy. He's going to get through. Axelok is also getting past Jordan there, so he manages to get through. The top two trying to run away with this one. They have a 1-second gap, 2 ways, and here is Lawrence in 4th. Here is Ramit looking for a way through, and it's going to be Axelok, who will be so late on the brakes. He was almost into the side of the McLaren, but he is moving ahead. He's got to have the outside. That's going to be really tight. Ramit knows that Axelok's got the soft attached to the car, and Cam Kimom's going to try to get through. Up ahead, you see Lawrence getting past Waze as well. And around the outside goes Cam Kimom. He gets through. Specialist past Jordan. He has really faded down the order on the medium carbon tyres. So has Ramit. Miami gets through. Axelok past Waitsy as well on the inside. This is going to be really extraordinary. Can Lawrence try clear Funky? Can he try clear Funky and put some pressure on Justin for the win? He's got the traction off the corner, and Lawrence, who took the risk to put on the soft common tyres and concede track position, is making it work right now. He's got a few more tenths to gain. This could well be a run to the line on the final lap. He's got the next lap to try again, and then he'll have to deploy all of his ERS and try do it at the finish line. Absolutely fantastic stuff. And still overtaking, continues. Ramit still dropping down the order. Berra's going to be the next car to attack Jordan and Ramit. Ramit isn't going to put up a fight against his teammate. Jordan is going to try and hold on though. Here is Axelok. And Lawrence was crucially able to make the moves quicker than all of the other drivers, which means that he's going to be in contention to possibly try take this victory. Right at the end, that's going to be Cam Kimam diving to the inside of Waitsy there, who's nearly going to be in the wall. That's Axelok up ahead also, still trying to find a way through. Cam Kimam backs out of it, round the outside. We see go Waitsy there, he's going to be past, and now there's going to be a battle on the brakes towards turn 3. Cam Kimam ahead of Waze. Miami gaining all the while as well. Cars all over the road. Specialist trying to find his way through now on the soft compound tyres. Here's the Alpine trying to find a way through. Waze is almost in the wall, and that is now going to be Waitsy letting his teammate pass. Miami manages to get through. Waze still dropping down the order. Lukey's going to be the next car. He's on the outside. You can see the Ferrari trying to go around the outside. That's Lukey who's trying to find a way through, and he's going to be out wide. That could open the door for Specialist as well, who's going to try and go to the inside. He's also on the soft, so Lukey will get through, but we're battling for the lead, and Lawrence takes the lead, and Axelok goes round the outside. Axelok goes round the outside as well. That was absolutely brilliant by Axelok, who moves up to second place, and it could be now a fight between two drivers on the softs for the win. Absolutely incredible stuff. How brave is Axelok going to be at the end of this one? How brave is Axelok going to be? Is he going to risk it all? The driver who started at the back of the field has passed absolutely everyone in this one, and now he's going to be battling with Lawrence all the way till the finish. Lawrence took the risk. He was in P1 earlier on. He decided to pit when everyone behind stayed out. Then Axelok and a lot of other drivers also, who were much more further down, decided to pit as well, and Axelok has been able to get through most of the drivers. Now can he clear Lawrence for the victory? It is going to be oh so close over the line. Who wins this one? It's Axelok who takes it away right at the end, and they were separated by 1,000 over the line. Axelok takes the win. Absolutely fantastic stuff, and that is one of the closest finishes you will ever see. Lawrence passed at the end. He thought he would have had it, but Axelok was able to also get through. What a fantastic finish over the line. And you get close finishes at Baku, but that was absolutely extraordinary. 1,000th of a second. One extra point for Axelok there. Wow. So he will now be on pole position for the feature race. That is going to come up right after this one. You'll have Lawrence in second, Justin in third, Funky, then Cam Kimam, Miami, Lukey, Specialist, Waze, Ramit, Berra, Jordan, Waitsy, and Tristan, who retired and gave us all of this action. If it wasn't for him, we would have had a battle with everyone on the mediums. So he was the one who provided us with this. Half drivers on fresh softs, everyone else on dying mediums. And Axelok, that was absolutely fantastic stuff. Got in the slipstream, got past Lawrence right at the end. And that is such a close finish, the closest you can get. And we now look down in the pit lane for what will surely be another exciting race coming up. That was absolutely fantastic, and well, I don't get to take a deep breath because we have to do it all over again now. With 2 stops mandatory, even more chaos, probably a safety car once again at the end. Definitely a possibility with how the season's gone. And well, if we're gonna get a more chaotic race than the feature than the sprint, I don't even know what's gonna happen. But the drivers did go all in. The drivers went all in at that one. No one held back. And some of the racing was definitely questionable. We'll have to say that. So there will be a lot for the stewards to look at this. Some things that the drivers are not happy about. We saw a bit of weaving, which the drivers have to be careful about. They can't really do that. But around this circuit, breaking the DRS is really, really crucial. But if you want to do it, you have to do it in the early stage. And what you got to try hope for is the drivers for second absolutely squabble on the opening few laps. And then you're able to pull away. That is really, really crucial. But we're going to have... This race is going to have to be absolutely this race is going to have to be on another level if it's going to beat the sprint race. The sprint was just non-stop action. But we're going to have pit stops in this one. We did have one pit stop in the sprint, but that was on the safety car. We're going to have 2 mandatory pit stops. We're surely going to have safety cars that will help the drivers and completely change the race on its table. Here we go, though. We're about to go racing once more. Here come the lights. And the feature race is underway in Azerbaijan with a good start from Axelok, who will maintain the lead. Lawrence is going to have a look to the inside. He'll back out of it. Justin is going to have a chance in P3. Cam Kimom is getting ahead of Lukey as we go down to turn number 2. And Lukey is in 6th. Cam Kimom is having a look for Funky, and he's going to move through and he's going to move up to 4th position. He gets past there on the soft compound of tyres. Seems like the majority of the drivers are on the soft compound of tyres. Lukey's trying to find a way through on Funky as we go down to turn 3. Is he going to be able to be late on the brakes and go around the outside? That will get close between the two of them, but Lukey is going to power ahead. At turn 3, he manages to get past. That is Miami looking for a move in the background as well. He's up against Specialist and also Waze as they go into the braking zone, and it's another frantic opening lap. So we do have a bit more. Of course, we don't have everyone else on the medium compound of tyres this time around. We have the majority on the soft side, on the mediums I should say. Now we have a few drivers on the mediums. We have the majority though on the soft compound of tyres. That's Specialist and Miami along with Berra and Tristan. So 4 drivers have decided to go for the mediums. Everyone else is on the Red Wall soft compound of tyre. And waits, he's going to try and get past Funky. He'll go around the outside. I wonder if Funky does have damage. He is really fading down the order as Funky. Not what Funky wanted at all, so he could have some damage in this one. Here is Berra on the back of Funky now, and let's see if he can try get his way through. Is he going to be able to move up to 11th position? This has been absolutely... Oh, Berra almost losing the car. It's been once again another frenetic lap to the race, and Tristan's getting past, and Jordan surely is going to follow through, but we'll have to look further up the road because you're going to see the Scarlet Ferrari of Lukey up against Cam Kimom. It'll be a battle on the brakes between the two of them. The Ferrari driver will be ahead. Seems like we have Miami diving it into the pit lane. Waze is looking for a move to the inside, but he didn't decide to go for it, which probably was the better decision there. And oh, he's looking for it now though, isn't he? He's looking for it again. I think he's trying to frighten ram it off the road. So he's trying to frighten ram it off the road right now and trying to get his way through as well. Sometimes if you just dummy a move, your rival could just run wide in case to give you some room, and that could give you an opportunity on the exit. We see that quite a lot from time to time. So this is going to be really interesting now. Specialist on the mediums, of course, so he is up against a few drivers on the softs. So he's the highest medium runner is Specialist, so a bit more harder for him to contend, but he's still on the back of Waze. He's still trying to give chase, and they're making their way, and they just made their way through the very tight castle section, which following a car, sometimes you can overdo it, sometimes you can follow your rival's line if they're on their way to the barrier. So a bit more calmer start to things here in the feature race. The drivers know that there's a lot more points to fight for in this one, but Specialist giving a little tap, giving a little nudge, telling Waze to get on with it. He doesn't want to wait around. He's almost losing the car though himself. You've also got Waitsy now. So, Specialist, who was on the attack, could be on the defense, could be on both down the straight. You can see the 3 cars, they weren't separated by much with the camera angle we had, and now you can see Specialist trying to get through. Waitsy's going to be getting a mega toe. He's going to tuck in the slipstream of Waze. Specialist is on the outside line. Now Waitsy's going to go to the outside to try and get the best slipstream possible. And that will be laid on the brakes by Specialist, who will try and go round the outside. That will get close to the wall. And Waitsy's almost lost the car as he tries to go to the inside. But Specialist does find a way through after he was so late on the brakes at turn number 1, and he had to do it all on the exit there. So Specialist moves up. Waitsy still is going to be waiting for his chance now to get past as well. And look at Waze now. He's trying to come back. So he is still trying to come back. He's trying to go round the outside. He's nearly in the wall. And this is leaving him vulnerable now to Waitsy, who will place the car on the outside. He'll brake early, try get the up and under. Couldn't do it though. And he'll have better traction though. Is he going to be brave to try and go all the way around the outside? And Waze is looking right now everywhere to see where Waitsy is. And Waze has not been on the ideal racing line for so long. Finally, he's back on it now. And Waitsy's been forcing him to defensive shapes. Corner after corner. Still is. Into the castle section. But Waitsy knows it's not worth the risk. When you're only on lap number 3 of a 26 lap contest, it is not worth the risk to be going for a move into the castle section. And now is he going to try and find his way through that? He's going to back out of it. It's a fast part of the circuit and you don't want to risk it where your front wing could be lost. You could be into the barrier if you do make contact. And still right on the back. Still trying to find a way through. I don't think he wants to get past until he does straight. Because he knows if he gets through, Waze will just use the DRS and come flying back past. And he doesn't want that. He doesn't want to be stuck behind. We're showing you this battle, as this is right now one of the main battles, but we'll have to also look for second position now. Justin moving through. This is one, but however, Waitsy, this is one of the closest battles on the circuit where the drivers are wanting to make moves. And when you have one driver wanting to get through, the other one is trying to defend. And there is going to be no defense this time for Waitsy. For Waze, as Waitsy gets through. Both Ferraris on the attack there. And that is Lukey, who was also able to move up to third position. You would have just seen. So Lukey able to move up, Waitsy able to move up, and Lawrence has been passed there and into the wall. Into the wall goes Justin. It seems like he's had a spin. So he may have not hit the wall there, but Justin has had a spin and he's lost a handful of positions there. So unfortunate for the Mercedes driver. And that's going to be a bit of his hard work undone. He's going to have to now try and push his way back onto Ramit, who is 1.4 seconds ahead. And then first of all, you've got to try and get back into a bit of a rhythm. And, oh, hanging on to it there was Waitsy, who can finally see the road up ahead of him. After getting past Waze on the last lap, he can finally see the road ahead of him. Waze sliding around as well, as he goes into the castle section. So, we look to the leaders now. We haven't been able to tell you too much about this due to the battles that have been taking place further back. But Axelok, 1.4 seconds. He has the gap. He's got the race lead. And the battle is for second position right now, with Lukey trying to close in on Axelok. Lawrence will be in there as well. He's got a bit of ERS he's trying to use to try get close. But with how long the straight is, you're gaining all the while. And you can see tucking in the slipstream. Getting closer and closer. But no way through there for Lawrence. So, into turn 1 we go. Seems like we're not going to be getting any passes at the on the start. That could be into the pit lane for Waitsy in the background. It is into the pit lane for him. We could see right at the back of our shot there. So Waitsy's diving it into the pit lane. And he's going to be making his pit stop now onto the side of the hards. We didn't mention this, but also we have Jordan, Funky and Miami who have all had a trip into the pit lane. So, Waitsy should rejoin in 11th. You'll have Miami coming close and close. But Waitsy with the inside line should hold a position comfortably. There you go. Miami in the background now. And Lukey has been able to get away. Oh, Cam Kim, I'm holding on to it in the background. But Lukey's been able to get away from Lawrence. And now he's been able to get onto the back of Axelok. Exactly what the Ferrari driver wants. So he'll be now going on the attack. Axelok will have to look in his mirrors. And Axelok and Lawrence separated by 1,000 in the sprint right at the end. Such a close finish. Absolutely extraordinary stuff. As we go down to the braking zone. Last braking zone on the circuit. And then you're through the sweepers. And then you have a hard brake at turn number 1. Which sometimes the drivers do look for moves. I think Justin could be the one trying to make a move. Right now, don't know if Lukey will get close enough on this straight. Don't think he will. So we'll look further back to where the move will be happening. We'll come back to the leaders if they do go side by side, however. So, in the slipstream, for specialist, Justin is diving it into the pit lane. So that will not be a scrap there. This could be a scrap there by Tristan. Up against Waze, who we know loves to defend his position. But Tristan's going to try go to the outside. That won't work. He's going to keep his foot in, though. It could work, you know. He's kept his foot in. He was brave on the exit. And now we're side by side. And Tristan's going to have to back out of it. Waze now parks it on the apex. Ruins his rival's momentum. And now there's going to be another opportunity for Tristan. With DRS once more. Can he go round the outside? Is Waze going to be late on the brakes to try to defend this? He won't. And Tristan manages to move up to P7. All the while, these two have been so close together. You would have seen on the timing page, they were separated by 1/10 of a second. And I was getting ready to swap to these two drivers who are about to go wheel to wheel. They could do, though, very shortly. Or they could also be diving it into the pit lane. So that could be really, really interesting to see as we go down in towards the braking zone now. 3/10 is the gap between the two of them. And this is the closest those two have been so far all race long. The Ferrari looking to attack Axelock. These two have battled quite a lot throughout this season. And now Lukey is going to try and get his way past on the straight. So DRS will go open. He'll be gaining with every meter that we make our way down towards turn number 1. And we could be about to get a change for the lead. Axelock will not defend. He knows there's no point in doing so. If he wants to retake the lead, he can do it next time around. This lap, though, on lap 7, Lukey takes the lead of the race. And the battle's going to be between Cam Kimum and Lawrence. Lawrence struggling on the exit. Cam Kimum senses an opportunity to dive to the inside of turn number 2. And Cam Kimum gets ahead. Great move there by Cam Kimum. Sensing an opportunity and went for it. After the wide moment for Lawrence there, not getting the best traction off the corner. Ramit is into the pit lane, so is Waze. And into the pit lane on the hards for Ramit. He'll be exiting very shortly. Waze has gone on to another set of he's gone on to the set of the softs. I believe he was on the softs earlier on as well. So Waze is going to be trying to attack. Is the Williams driver. The only Williams in this race right now. And still focused on the battle for 3rd position. But it won't be a battle for too much longer with Cam K's pace. It seems like he's just going to try to get outside the 1 second. So this is going to be the battle for you to keep an eye on. The battle for the lead between Lukey and Axelock. As we all make our way onto the long start-finish straight. The main straight around the circuit. And Axelock using a bit of ERS. So he's going to be really, really close onto the back of Lukey. He'll be now pulling out of the slipstream. Axelock is going to be powering ahead. And he's got through. So Axelock takes the lead once again. And is he diving it into the pit lane? He is diving it into the pit lane. So that is why he wanted to make the move. He wants track position. So he's dived it into the pit lane as they get it slowed down. Cam Kimum's in. So is Lawrence. So the final few soft runners diving it in. Specialist now will continue as your race leader. So he'll be now in P1. As the medium compound size goes on for Axelock, same for Lukey, and it will be battle resumed between these two drivers. Where are they going to come out in comparison to Tristan? There is Tristan. There is Axelock right there as well ahead. Lukey's going to be behind. Okay, so Lukey's going to be behind, so he's going to now make the move now. He doesn't want to be stuck behind traffic. Tristan isn't going to fight this one, and Lukey is going to take 3rd position, and he'll use a bit of DRS as well to try to get close. Look at the fight in the background. That is going to be Cam Kimum. With the DRS, throws it to the inside. Justin, does he keep his foot in? The long way around, there is the Mercedes. He is keeping his foot in. He's now going to get the inside off the road in the background. Goes the McLaren, and we've got the virtual safety car out as Justin and Cam Kimum almost have contact of their own as Berra has gone off the road. And it seemed like as well Ramit was... So Berra's had a issue down at turn 1. But it seemed like Ramit also, I was going to mention until Cam Kimum and Justin were getting a bit too close. Seemed like Ramit also had a little issue in the background. Unsure what that was. May have just been me seeing Jabera there, but the virtual safety car is out. And we'll look to the front. How long is this going to last? Is this going to result in anything in the pit lane? And timing the virtual safety car to perfection can be crucial, but it could also hurt your race completely. If you are over the delta, if it's your delta's red, when the virtual safety car comes in, that could be race changing. It could be a drive-through penalty. Proven by Justin. As I just mentioned that, he's got a drive-through penalty. He's got Cam Kimum all over the back. He's got Lawrence all over the back. And these two are going to try and get past on the straight. This could get really tight into turn number 1. Lawrence is once again is going to be getting a double toe. So, how quickly is he going to be able to get his way through? Cars lagging all over the road. As we're going to get, first of all, a change for position. Lukey with DRS. Gets past Axelock into turn number 1. And is Axelock fighting back on the braking? No. So, Cam Kimum and Lawrence have been able to get through. Justin's just serving that. He's got a 5-second penalty as well, so he may retire. We'll have to see about that one. Of course, the drivers do get points for finishing, so at the same time, it's always good to continue, and it seems like he is going to continue. Great stuff there by Justin, so he just miscalculated that. There, getting a 5-second penalty into the pit lane, not going his way. The last few minutes, he'll try regroup, he'll try continue on in this one. But this is going to be a very exciting battle for the lead now. This is going to be really exciting to see between these two drivers of who is going to come out on top. And Axelock can just sit behind and with the DRS run at Lukey's pace, not have to use any ERS. So all of the tactics will be coming into play. But one thing he can't do is what's just happened and lose the 1 second. It's over a second. He'll try to get back in though. Will the Red Bull driver. And now we take a look at the battle for third. Won't be for too long, or will be. It won't involve Tristan though, that is for sure, because Lawrence is gonna dive to the inside, and Cam Kimum didn't want to get past Tristan because he knows there's a straight coming up, so he wanted to sit behind. Lawrence was like, well, I'm gonna get DRS either way, so I might make my I might make my way through anyway. So he decided to not go for that though, which is a sensible decision, and now he's gonna power through on Tristan. Probably won't be on Cam Kimum though. As we come over the line, and I've just noticed Cam Kimum not opening the DRS at all, so he didn't use DRS down the straight, but he was able to get a bit of a gap anyway, so he didn't even need to. So now the battle for the third is going to be between Cam Kimum. It's going to be between Lawrence. Those two drivers are going to debate it. That's Justin, very wide and nearly into the wall. Nearly into the wall for Justin. Yellow flags out due to that, and Specialist goes through. So does Miami. Way's able to say thank you very much, but he is fighting the car and almost putting it in the wall. There is Ways as he continues on going down towards turn 3 we go, and Ways on the softs. He's on the same strategy to Cam Kimum. He's another driver on the soft. He's running in third. Lawrence just sitting behind and running at basically Cam Kimum's paces on the soft. So that's very good for him. Now back to the leaders. And as you would see, it's not as close as it was earlier on. 1.6 seconds is the gap. So Lukey able to get away. And Axelock not able to stay inside. The 1 second there. And here is Lawrence almost now losing that 1 second as well. So Cam Kimum with the soft is just gonna push outside the 1 second and run his own race for a tiny bit. We're on the 10th lap of this one right now, and Justin is gonna try and recover a little bit after the moment he had at turn 1, where while battling with Ways, who will have Specialists now right on the back. So we'll focus on this battle at the same time. We'll focus on those two battles, the closest and only two battles, along with Funky and Jordan, that are taking place. And Specialist is going to get the 15. So first of all, Justin's going to be past Miami already, but Specialist versus Ways into turn number 1. Is Ways going to be able to defend this? He's got the inside line. He will defend this. Under braking, Specialist knows that you don't want to stick it around the outside unless you want a one-way ticket to the barrier. And he wants to continue on in this race. He wants to finish this race. So he did not go for that. Now he's going to go for the move though. And Ways is going to be ahead, but not for too much longer. Specialist able to get through. And that was really tight though between the two of them. Even tighter though between Miami and Justin, who goes round the outside. And Justin is so late on the brakes. And that was really late. And somehow they didn't make contact there. Miami ran the car out wider just in case that Justin really wanted to commit to that one. But absolutely incredible stuff. But we do have to say that Waze, of course, lagging a tiny bit around. As I was trying to say until Miami and Justin went side by side. So Waze lagging around a little bit. So it can be a little bit hard to race with him when it comes to that. And Ramit now trying to get past Tristan, the McLaren driver, on the back. Jordan gets past Funky as well. And he's absolutely flown through. I wonder if Funky's got some damage, because it's already 1.3 seconds. And the move only came a few seconds ago. And now Ramit, let's see, can he get past Tristan? Keep an eye on Lawrence and Cam as well. So Ramit is going to get through, and Tristan's going to squeeze him a little bit. But defend if you want. There is nothing you can do with how powerful the DRS is. And Tristan's diving it into the pit lane. So Tristan's into the pit lane then. And Lawrence doesn't even probably want to make the move. He wants to just run at Cam Mum's pace, who's got the soft compound of tyres. So he doesn't really need to make this move at all. As they go down to turn 3. As they battle now for the rostrum. This is the battle for the lead. It's got, well, it's the exact same. I was about to say it got 2 tenths closer since we last checked on with it. But it's ebbing and flowing. It was 1.5 seconds just as we got onto it. And now it's 1 second. So it's changing around very quickly. And Axelok has been pushing on though, that's for sure. He has been pushing on. He's been trying to get back inside. That 1 second. So let's see if he's going to be able to get back in that. And it can all change around when it comes to the pit stops. We're only on lap number 12. That's the brilliant thing about it. We're only on lap number 12 of this one. It felt like a very long race. But we are only on the 12th lap. The sprint race went by very, very quickly, I have to say. But that's probably because we got moves like literally every second. Every lap there was somewhere to look for moves, and it was an absolute brawl in the sprint race. That was some dogfight all throughout. Fantastic action it was. And probably, I'm unsure because I know one up's been going on for a long time. But maybe the closest finish. It has to at least be one of the closest finishes, unless two drivers are finished identical. As well, 1,000th of a second. The closest you can get to identical, nearly identical over the line. Absolutely brilliant stuff there. That was fantastic. There, yellow flags, and into the wall goes Funky, and the risk is always there of a safety car. It's such a challenging circuit, and Funky has found the barrier. The safety car is deployed due to it. And that's exactly what happens on the streets of Baku. It can all change around very quickly. Jordan's into the pit lane. Is the Mercedes driver. But a safety car can completely transform the race. And it's done exactly that. Now, around halfway through this one, and we could be seeing a bit of pit stop, we could be seeing a bit of action. So Jordan going onto the set of the medium compound of tyres. This will bunch everyone up once more. And I think all the drivers would have anticipated a lot of safety cars. When you race around a circuit like Baku, Jeddah, I think a lot of people anticipating safety cars all throughout. It's expected, and all drivers have to be alert for them. They can come at any second, just like that. The race could be completely quiet. But I'm talking about sprint race. I'm talking about the sprint race. We have had action at the start. It was just got a little bit quiet at times there, but it can all change around just like that. And then you could have everyone together, like we're about to do at the end of the safety car, with the same amount of tyres, and it's basically equal, just like we had in the sprint. Once more. With a few different tyres though for some of the drivers. Okay, so top 2 are in onto the set of the hard, and this is going to be till the end of the race. But just like in the sprint, and just like so many times this season, if a safety car gets called, you're going to be seeing everyone into the pit lane for the softs. Camkimom's gone onto the mediums. You're going to be seeing everyone into the pit lane for the softs if there was a late safety car, which definitely is a possibility. So we're going to have a few drivers on the medium. So once again, we're going to have drivers attacking, drivers pushing. Specialist is going to put on the soft compound tires. Tristan's on the softs as well. So we're going to have all 3 tires in use. And maybe Specialist, though, we'll see if he does decide to commit to the soft. Maybe he might just be using it to bypass the 2-tire rule there as well. And maybe just making, and also could be doing that to just make an extra pit stop to make sure that he gets to 2 as well. But I think he's already at 2, so probably just to bypass the 2-tire rule could be, or he could be on this. We'll see. We'll find that out at the end of this lap, though. Do not worry. We don't have to wait too long till we get the answer to that question. But the field will all be closing in, and we'll be back to 1. Everyone close together. And it'll be go, go, go once again. In another little grandstand finish all the way till the end. To see who's going to get the victory in Azerbaijan. The sprint race went to Axelok by 1,000th of a second. This now is going to... could come down to something literally the same. Could come down to another drag race to the line. That's the fantastic thing about it. Is that if you don't get the move, that you can literally make the move around this circuit at the last possible opportunity. We've seen drag races even in real life in the past around this venue in Formula 1. So definitely is a big possibility, and of course we see it quite a lot, just like we did see it. But I think that sprint ending does have to be one of the closest in one-up history, if not the closest. Because I'm sure we raced around Baku in the past, so there's definitely a possibility that that could be the case. The P1 stream is now starting as well, so I'd say get that on. It's also on the Twitch, so you guys can get that on. Watch alongside this as well. You can have them both on and give all One Hub tiers a bit of support. Of course, P3 is already done, but make sure you do watch that back on the YouTube when that gets uploaded. Well, actually, it got streamed on the YouTube, actually. Just remembered. So you guys can just actually watch that back immediately after this. But do stick with us, because you've got 2 live tiers going on right now. We are concluding our action. P1 about to begin their action with their sprint race. And the sprint race, definitely from the evidence of R1, is going to be chaotic there, so make sure you tune into both. We though should be resuming our contest here on lap number 16. We'll go on to, and everyone should be able to close in, and hopefully we'll have the safety car in, and we'll have the field let loose once more, and then we can go racing down towards turn number 1. It will be Lukey who will be the leader, Axelok will be in second, Lawrence will be in third, and then you're going to have Cam K Mum, you're going to have Ramit, Waitsy, Miami, Waze, Tristan, Justin, Specialist, and Jordan. That is going to be your order. 12 drivers remain in this one. Of course, everyone scores points anyway if you do finish. It was introduced for this season just to encourage drivers, if they are running, let's say when you have a full grid and when you have all the drivers attending 19th, 20th, you still continue, you don't retire. Encourages drivers to continue to the flag and not retire in the pit lane. So, as predicted, the safety car is going to be in, and it's over to Lukey in the scarlet red Ferrari to lead us to racing conditions, with Cam Kim, I'm surely going to be the one also to keep an eye on. Everyone on the mediums, keep an eye on them, who will be looking to attack. We've got a gaggle on the hards, then a bigger gaggle on the mediums, then another gaggle on the hards, and Jordan is going to try get his way through as well. He's the driver on the mediums right at the back. About to go on to lap number 16 with Lukey the leader, Axelok giving chase in second, Lawrence, Kamkimam and Ramit the top 5. Are they going to be the top 5 though, as we go down to turn number 1? Let's find out, because Luki has put foot to the floor and leads us in towards turn number 1. Axelok is in the slipstream. You have Cam Kimon getting very close and looking for a dive bomb on the brakes. Was he able to get through? No, he wasn't able to get through, but he had a look for it, and he's going to have a chance now to try get through once again, but he's going to be stuck behind. The moves could be coming further back though, and that was very, very tight as Tristan tried to find a way through. He's side by side with the waves, as you can see right there, but can Cam Kimon get through? Late on the brakes, he will throw one to the inside, and that is going to get really close, and Cam Kimon spins around. Cam Kimon spins around. He threw a nose to the inside, and that got a bit too close, and Cam Kimon is going to be at the back of the field. And now the drivers and the mediums are all battling. It's Waitsy, then Miami, then Ramit. So the top 3 looking to run away with this one right now at the moment. Lawrence has a 1 second gap though ahead. Luki and Axelok glued together once more. But that is such a disappointment for Cam Kimon. He was the leading driver on the mediums. He was looking to make his way through an attack for the lead. But he is now at the back of the field and has a lot of work to do to fight his way past. Also, drivers that are on the mediums as well. So similar drivers to him, but that's such a disappointment for Cam Kimon. We went on board with him. He threw a nose to the inside and spun around. And that is the risky things. That is the risky thing with moves around this circuit. It can lead to that very easily. So now, can Waitsy try get onto the back of the top 3? Is going to be the question. They are inside 1 second of each other. You won't have DRS on this lap, but you do have still the massive slipstream that you get. And you can see Axelok will be gaining. I think the move will be coming by Ramit. Look at the overspeed he's got up against Miami. And Miami is passed by Ramit, who moves through. Not the only pass down the straight. In the background, that is Tristan to the inside of Justin. And Justin keeps his foot in. You have Waze as well getting past Miami there, which could have been a mistake by Miami. That's going to be tied to Specialist now. Dives to the inside. So Justin, who was looking ahead to try and maintain 8th, has been passed by Tristan. Has been passed by Specialist, but he's going to fight back against Specialist. He's not going to take no for an answer. He's going to try and throw a nose in there. Is he going to be late on the brakes? Oh, into the wall for Specialist, and then his car comes back on the circuit and hits Justin, and Jordan now is on the back as well. And they're really getting aggressive in this one. Can Justin try get to the inside once more? He's going to get tight. Contact and nearly spinning around there for Justin. Specialist holds it on the apex. Could give better traction to Jordan. Is going to give better traction to Jordan. And he's past his teammate. He moves up to 10th. And now it'll be Jordan who will be the one putting the pressure and giving chase to Specialist. A brilliant battle, and Cam Kimon now is going to have to contend with all of these drivers as well. And he doesn't want, and he didn't want to be doing that. He wanted to be fighting out in front with Luki, Axelok and Lawrence. But instead he's right to the back. He's last and has a lot of work to do. And he's going to have to make a lot of risky moves if he wants to try and recover in this one. And there was a bit of front wing going off there. One of the cars. So one of the front wings have gone off. I believe it's Specialist. Yes, it is Specialist. So Specialist has lost the front wing there. We saw the debris. And then we tried to work out who it was. It is Specialist who has lost that front wing, and it's meaning that Justin's having to dart all over the road. So Specialist will be diving it into the pit lane. So here we go then. Justin back past his teammate. There were 2 Mercedes switched position earlier on, and they switched position once more. So Justin back to P9, and Jordan now in 10th. Cam Kimon is going to be looking to try and get past the 2 of them. We have DRS now enabled, and that is going to mean that Axelok is going to go for the lead. Axelok to the inside and line to the barrier. Axelok is into the wall. Axelok finds the barrier. He threw one to the inside for the lead, and Axelok is not going to score after taking victory in the sprint. That is such a disappointment. The safety car is out once more. It's game on as everyone will dive it into the pit lane. That is perfect timing for Specialist as well. But Axelok went to the inside. Red Mat did not start this race. Axelok into the barrier, will not score. Luki says thank you very much. He is going to be loving life right now. Is Luki 3rd in the championship. The top 2 will not be scoring in this feature race. As I mentioned, Red Mat not here today. Axelok into the wall. Axelok will get his points, of course, on the sprint, but no points in the main race, the feature race, where the big points are won. And that is brilliant news for Luki, and it will be sad for Axelok, who knew that this was his perfect opportunity to also get some points on Red Map. But instead, it'll be Lukey who will say thank you very much. This is absolutely fantastic. Dramatic twists like that can come, and they can happen, and it can ruin a championship. And Axelot could be looking back at this race, and this could be the race where it's all gone wrong, and it can cost him the championships as well. This could be the race that wins another driver like Lukey it, with both his rivals, one not attending, the other in the barrier. Waitsy continues on as the leader, so Waitsy decides to not pit, and Lawrence picks up a position into the pit lane. So Lawrence picks up a position, he is not waiting around, and Lukey getting it slowed down, and Lawrence says thank you very much. And is there a bit of damage there? He's having to wait, so Lukey is trundling down. Yeah, Lukey's lost quite a lot of positions there. So he's behind Miami, he's behind Ramit, so he may have had some damage there that he had to change. Dramatic twists. Moment, lap after lap. And now you're going to have the top 3 on the mediums. Everyone else attacking. And Lawrence, once again on the softs, is going to be trying his luck. But can Ramit, can Miami, can Lukey, can someone do what Axelot did and deny him once again? He'll be the leader. He'll be the highest driver on the softs, just like the sprint. But it was another driver on the soft who denied him. So it's going to be the same story once again. You're going to have 3 drivers on the mediums at the front of the field. And just like the sprint, it's going to be an absolute battle to the end. And Axelot could be thinking right now, was that move necessary? Did he need to go for such a risky move? And yet, I believe he just outbraked himself. We'll look at the Discord, see what he has said, and we'll give you a little review of what he has mentioned. Definitely will give us a lot of information. But it has been a dramatic affair right now for all of these drivers. It takes another twist. And Axelot seems like it was just his fault. Just his fault. Too late on the brakes. Kind of Dennis Hauger style from 2022, if anyone watches F2 here. Where Dennis Hauger in the sprint race in 2022, tried a move down there. Couldn't make the corner. Hit the barrier. And yeah, it gave Lukey front wing damage. So that's why Lukey lost so much time. So Lukey got front wing by that. And Jordan's diving it in, so he doesn't believe that this plan's going to work, and he knows he's going to trundle down the order. Waitsy could try backup cars and help Lukey. This could get really aggressive at the end. It's already been a really aggressive race. But this could get even more aggressive between all of these drivers. So Lukey lost out there due to the damage. Due to Axelot going straight on and not being able to stop the car. Wow. Speechless after that one. We've seen this race. When you come to Azerbaijan, I think this is what we expect, but it has just had so much chaos. And we don't know how it's going to finish. We still have a battle to go till the end, and we're already like it's over. No, it's not. It's not over. And Jordan is out. He's crashed at turn 3. Okay. So Jordan's crashed. And I really don't know what to even say in this race anymore. But what I do know is about to happen is a lot of chaos. That's what I can tell you. So, Waitsy will be the leader. This is going to be really, really close. Right at the end of this one. To see who's going to take it. But this is a big opportunity for Lukey, who sits 3rd in the standings. And Axelot is going to get close to Redmat in the standings as well, due to his result in the sprint. But Lukey has the chance to get close to both of them. He has a chance to get close to the pair of them. So it's going to be really, really close in this championship. because Axelok, due to the points he gained in the sprint and due to his victory in the sprint, is still going to gain a lot. But we'll have to review that later on and at the start of next week as well. This has been absolutely extraordinary so far. But who is going to win this one? It's a grandstand finish. Waitsy is weaving. He knows he's going to be coming under pressure by Waze. And also, you're going to have all the soft runners behind. 2 drivers on the mediums, everyone else on the softs. Game on in Azerbaijan. And when does Waitsy start the sprint to the end? Our answer is coming our way. There we go. Taking us to green flag racing conditions is Waitsy, who has got the gap over Waze. It's going to be Lawrence who'll be looking for the move to the inside. Watch Ramit as well, who's going to throw a nose in there. And Ramit is going to move up to third position. He's going to get past Lawrence. And Luke is going to try and find his way through. Making up for lost ground as Miami looks for a move, and that's late on the brakes by Lawrence to fight back. And Jordan has left the session, but he's already out of this one. So Waitsy, then Waze. Still, the top two are the top two after the top two still maintaining position on the medium compound of tyres. That's Miami trying to get past Tristan, and that can get really, really close through there. And now my Ramit is going to make the move to the inside. He gets past, and Lawrence is now going to have the traction as well to try and go round the outside. Waze is going to be late on the brakes. This is going to get tight, but Lawrence will have the confidence. He'll have the grip. He's got the place, and he shows the wall to Waze, who is going to get passed now by Lukey, who's going to get passed by Tristan. Tristan suddenly a contender in this one. And Waitsy at the front of the field has now got Ramit, and Ramit is going to try and make a bit of a run for it. Ramit is going to try and make a run for it and try and leave everyone battling for second. Let's see how quickly he can try and get past Waitsy. And Ramit is going to try and go to the inside, but he's had to back out there, and Lawrence is going to be saying more of this. Lawrence is going to be liking this. Ramit's still stuck behind, and Lawrence is going to get onto the back. So will Lukey, who surely wants to maximize his points in the standings. And still Ramit is looking, but he's also thinking that he's got such a long straight ahead that he surely also has to be careful that he's not making the move at the wrong time. Here we go, we're about to make our way onto the straight once again. This is going to be really tight into turn number 1. Ramit has got the slipstream. This could be the move that wins Ramit the race. He's out of the slipstream, he's alongside, and he's moving ahead. Ramit hits the front here in Azerbaijan. He moves into P1, and Waitsy, can he do anything to try come back? He's not got the grip. Can Lawrence? He'll be the one who can try and deny Ramit at the end. But Lawrence has to try get through. Okay, this is going to be a crucial move now. How quickly can he get through? Can he make this move cleanly without losing too much time? He's in the slipstream. He's surely got to commit to this move to the inside. He cannot afford to be stuck behind through the next few sequences of corners, because 1, he's losing time to Ramit. 2nd, he might be passed by Lukey. And he's still stuck behind. So he is going to be stuck behind. And Ramit is absolutely loving this right now. And can we see that is really close, and Waze, I believe, is off the road. So is Cam K Mum. So there's been contact between those two drivers. They were battling with Justin and Specialist, who are still doing battle. And here we go. Lawrence trying to still get through. And Ramit has got a 1.7 seconds gap. He is pulled away. So it's going to be a battle now for second, and they're all glued together. And this is super close. But Ramit is going to be enjoying this one. He's really going to be enjoying this one. And here we go. Lukey is on the back right now. So is Tristan. They're all so close together as we go down to the braking zone, and Lawrence still stuck behind. And this is going to be really tight on the straight. Keep an eye on all this on the straight. This is going to be Omni fighting down there. We make our way on the exit. Miami is going to put some pressure on Tristan, who's not got the best of exits. But with how slow all of these drivers are going to be, he could join the party. You can see he's made the gap to 3/10. Here we go though. Now we're going to be getting the move. Lawrence up to second position. Lukey will be getting past, and Lukey's going to try and get past the two of them. Lukey's going to try and get past the two of them, and keep an eye on Tristan as well, who is going for this one now. He's trying to go for second position. He's on the outside, and Lukey's defending this. Lukey defends, and Tristan not with the best of exit. Here comes Lawrence. He's going to have the opportunity now to dive to the inside of turn number 2, but Tristan is going to hold the position there. Tristan's wide though. Tristan's wide, and now there's a chance for Lawrence to try and come back. Here is Miami. Can he clear? Waitsy as well. Can he dive to the inside? Is he going to be late on the brakes? He is going to commit to it. He's going to be late on the brakes. He will get through. And Waitsy has been passed there as we expected. And this is absolutely extraordinary stuff right now. Lap number 23. But now they're all trying to pull. Now Luke is going to be trying to pull a bit of a gap. So Lukey's going to try to pull a gap, but look at Lawrence. He's using ERS. He's going to try and throw a nose in there to the inside. He's not going to go for that. He knows his single file stuff. But all off. And he's still looking for it. He's still looking for it. But all off. The amazing work by Waitsy has allowed Ramit to run away with it. And Tristan, not with the pace. He was able to get onto the podium, but he doesn't really right now have the pace to try hold it. He doesn't have the pace to stick with Lukey. He might be able to hold this one, but he's going to have to really play this to perfection with all of the ERS, where he positions the car as well. And Lukey can do all he can, but it's going to be a really hard task to gain on Ramit. This has been absolutely fantastic. And Justin's on the back now of Waitsy. And Waitsy has played a massive factor in this race. And now Justin's going to move through. Justin's going to move through. Keep an eye though on Lawrence, who's going to try to get past Tristan. And Lawrence will get past Tristan. So Lawrence moves up. He moves past. And can he now try put some pressure? Oh, he's so deep into turn number 1. He was so deep into turn number 1. And Miami goes through as well. Miami goes through. I was going to say that can Lawrence put some pressure on Lukey, but he's lost 5/10 there. Okay, so he's got to really go on the attack. Miami's going to be battling for third. That is for sure. What a finish. What a finish we're going to be getting in this race. But Ramit maintaining the gap. Lukey will be settled for second. And he'll be also keeping an eye on his mirrors. Because once Lawrence gets inside the 1 second, it could open the door for him. Waitsy sliding the car in the background. And now they're all making their way through the castle section. Who is prepared to risk it at the end? Who is prepared to risk it all in what has been an absolutely extraordinary race here in Azerbaijan? The top two are separated by 3 seconds right now, and Ramit just needs to survive the last 2 laps. Lukey's got to try stay outside the 1 second of Lawrence. Miami's going to be putting on pressure for third. And now you're going to have Justin trying to attack Tristan as well, who is going to use the ERS. He's going to try find a way through. Lawrence now is inside 1 second, crucially. So Lawrence is inside 1 second, but is he going to get the DRS is the question. Keep an eye on the rear wing. He does. So Lawrence gets DRS on that straight. That's going to be really helpful for him. We go back to Justin, who is in the wheel tracks. He'll go to the outside and defend if you want. There is nothing that Tristan can do there. Nothing in the background that Waitsy can do. Drugo specialist. So same story for those 2 battles, where the car ahead could not do anything to defend, and Cam came on. It has been such a disappointment for him with all of the chaos that has taken place. And a driver who was looking to fight out in front is just going to attach the hard compound tires to the car, and will just get his final few points. Every single point can be crucial in the championship, so he'll just settle for that. Here's your race leader. He's on his way to victory. Has 1 more lap to go. Does Ramit. Lukey and Lawrence are going to be, though, taking center stage right at the end to see who is going to take second position. Can Lawrence try to get close? Can he put some pressure? Justin is trying to get onto the back of Miami. I don't know if Lawrence will be able to get close enough. If we look at ERS, it's about equal. It's about equal between the 2 of them. So they've both got around the same. Lukey's got a 8/10 advantage. Lawrence has got DRS. This could play out. Anyway, they've got a boat, though. Are it at the right part of the circuit. You wanna make sure that you leave some as well for this part of the lap when we are making our way towards the line, and the checkered flag at the end of this one. And it doesn't seem like that Lawrence is gonna be close enough, and their boat's gonna be battling, but Justin's gonna get close enough. He's gonna roar past Miami, and there was nothing Miami could do to defend there, and Justin moves up to 4th. Can he defend it though? Miami's gonna try and fight back. We'll look at the ERS between those 2. So Miami, if we take a look, it's once again around the same, but it seems like Justin may have a little bit more, and you can see Justin going to the inside, trying to break the slipstream. Every little advantage he can use. He wasn't really breaking the slipstream too much. He was just trying to go to the inside. And that is Miami giving a little tap now to Justin. That was super close under braking. Oh, this is going to be fantastic. Who is going to win this one? Who's going to win second position, I should say? Ramit has got the victory already sorted. Who's going to get second, though? That's going to be the exciting bit. You're going to have so many fights all the way to the line. Specialist versus Waitsy could be one. Also to keep an eye on, lower down the field, but still is going to be really exciting to see. Here we go, though, with Lawrence, who is going to try and get close. We'll have to watch our winner over the line first of all, as well. But we'll keep an eye on this battle in the background. But Lawrence is trying to get close, trying to use all of the road, and he was pushing it all the way till the end there, and he's lost a bit of time with that. He has lost a bit of time. Miami's getting really close to the back. So Miami, I believe, is going to be able to get past. Miami's going to be able to get through. But what a drive by Ramit, who made the move at the right time. Let Waitsy defend all of the drivers off, and Ramit is going to take advantage. Ramit gets to the flag first and wins here in Azerbaijan. Who is going to take second? It'll be close over the line, and it's going to be Luki, who hangs on by 600ths of a second. He'll take second. Lawrence will get third, and it was Justin who was just able to hold off Miami as well at the end by 1.5 tenths of a second. Tristan, then Specialist, and then Waitsy. It'll be Cam came on in a bit of a race to forget for him, and then it'll be Waze finishing at the back. But what a drive by Ramit. You need a bit of luck sometimes here in 1-up, but he took it when it came his way, and you have to take it when it comes, and Ramit did just that. Fastest lap of the race for Cam Kim. He won the hard combat tyres. He's got the fastest lap at the end. Waze will be the last finisher. Everyone scores points as usual, of course, as they finish. But Waze also inside the top 10. So a little bit extra points for them all there as well. But absolutely fantastic. Driver of the day, Ramit. Well, I think we can agree with that one. Took his chance. And you have to take your chance in this championship. As we've already mentioned. Taking a chance is really, really crucial. So, absolutely fantastic stuff. Luki will get second. I think Luki may have also been hoping a bit that Waitsy didn't hold everyone up that much, that Ramit was able to get away. But Luki was at least able to get second, just by 600ths though. So, Ramit is the winner then. Ramit is the winner. Absolutely fantastic drive by him at the end to pull away. Luki finishes in second, Lawrence in third, Justin in fourth, Miami in fifth, Tristan, Specialist, Waitsy, Cam Kimon, and Waze completing the top 10. And then your retirements, Jordan, Axelock, Funky, and Bera, giving us all sorts of action all throughout. But the top 2 in the championship, both not gonna score. Axelock scored in the sprint, crucially. So he's going to get closer. He's going to close the gap. But the main winner from this one is Luki. So the 2 drivers that I'm going to give driver of the day to, I'm going to give one to Ramit. And I'm also going to give another one to Tristan as well for fighting his way and trying to make his way up to the field. So great job by him as well. But Ramit, my question for him is going to be... was he expecting to just pull such a gap at the end? And were you expecting that Waitsy was going to be able to hold him off so much that you were able to pull a 3-second gap, which then you extended even more and turned it into an over 4-second gap? So that'll be my question for Ramit. And then my question for Tristan will be that how was that race for you? Were you expecting that you could get the podium right to the end with all of the chaos? And how do you think you'll do in the final 2 rounds here as well? So, as you can see, that is it. Another fantastic race coming to a close. Another fantastic round. We've had 2 races today, and both have delivered us with some fantastic action. So, looking at the calendar, we of course will be making our way onto Canada and Abu Dhabi, which will also be a sprint race, so cannot wait for those 2. Those are going to be absolutely fantastic. Canada taking place next week, Abu Dhabi the week after, and we are going to wrap up a fantastic season. What a fantastic season it's been though so far, and it's still all in the balance. So, big thank you to all of you for joining us today. Big shout out, of course, to our sponsors. They will be displayed on screen right now. NLR, Asetech, and then you have Pure Sim Gear as well. Big thank you to all of them. And then the Mystery Sim Box, Vespertine, and then you have ERT and SimGrid, which basically we just run the league and does everything for us as well. But a big thank you to all of you for joining us. It has been absolutely an amazing race. It's been an amazing round. Now go and make sure you join our usual P2 commentator, the man who's usually alongside me, Michael Edwards, and Jamie as well. Completely new lineup, as Max couldn't make it, and of course Jess has had some late issues, unfortunately. But big thank you to all of you for joining us. It has been a pleasure. Once again, we will see you in the final 2 races when One Hub returns. Goodbye.